Congratulations! You've decided to swap sunshine for rain, embrace your inner barrister, and become intimately acquainted with Amazon's prime shipping speeds. Welcome to the Emerald City, where gloom is a personality trait and flannel is a high fashion statement. But before you start packing your rain boots and stocking up on vitamin D supplements, let's talk about the real challenge. Finding a place to live that won't require a second mortgage or a roommate named Ratatouille. Welcome to Moving to Seattle? 10 reality checks before you drown in rain and regret, where we'll dive deep into the real estate rabbit hole and discover why everyone here is obsessed with houses that look like they've seen some things. Let's dive right in with reality check number 1, the Seattle Stare, Real Estate Edition. You see a charming fixer-upper in a developing neighborhood. Translation? A shack that looks like it was the inspiration for Fight Club and is currently inhabited by a family of particularly bold raccoons. But don't worry, it can be yours for the low price of... Actually, let's not go there. It's too painful. But wait, if you think navigating the market for a pre-owned home is tough, just wait until we talk about new construction. Okay, let's talk about those shiny new developments popping up like mushrooms after a particularly rainy spring. You know the ones. Sleek lines, massive windows, open floor plans that are perfect for feeling exposed to your neighbours and the occasional overly curious squirrel. And let's not forget the rooftop deck, which is essentially just a patch of astroturf where you can contemplate your life choices while getting rained on. It's the Seattle dream! But hey, at least you get smart home technology so you can remotely adjust your thermostat while you ponder whether that noise was the wind or just your neighbour practicing the bagpipes. Again. Think navigating the world of architectural existential dread is tough? Just wait until we talk about the neighbourhood rivalries that will determine your social standing. Alright, let's talk about choosing your tribe. Because in Seattle, where you live isn't just an address. It's a declaration of your stance on artisan sourdough, tech gentrification, and the acceptable level of flannel per capita. If you choose Capitol Hill, prepare to have your aesthetic critiqued by someone wearing more eyeliner than a raccoon and a deeper appreciation for craft cocktails than you have for your own family. Choose Ballard, and you'll become weirdly passionate about the local farmers market and develop a sudden intense interest in obscure board games. And if you choose a neighbourhood slightly outside the city centre, prepare to defend your choice with a fervour that would make a political activist proud. Oh, the commute isn't that bad. I get to listen to so many podcasts about the decline of Western civilization. Think surviving the neighbourhood drama is hard? Wait until you hear what the real estate market does to your wallet. Alright, let's get real about the numbers. Buying a home in Seattle is essentially like playing a high-stakes game of poker, except instead of chips, you're betting with your future, your sanity, and possibly your left kidney. You'll see houses listed for a price that seems almost reasonable, only to discover that's just the starting bid. The final price tag? Let's just say it involves more zeros than a calculator convention. And don't even get me started on the bidding wars. It's like a real-life version of The Hunger Games, but instead of weapons, people are fighting with pre-approval letters and essays detailing why they deserve that 1920s bungalow more than you do. My dog really connected with the spirit of the previous owner's cat. Plus, I have a deep appreciation for questionable plumbing. Yeah, good luck with that. The only way to really navigate this trauma trap is to have a great realtor, such as myself. Yeah, shameless plug. Let's see if you mind when I've got you into a home, eh? Think your bank account can handle the home buying insanity? Wait until you hear the real cost of being a Seattle renter. Renting. The safe, sensible alternative to plunging yourself into a lifetime of crippling debt. Right? Wrong. Renting in Seattle is like voluntarily signing up for a monthly reminder that your landlord's second vacation home in Cabo is partially funded by your inability to save for a down payment. You'll find yourself living in a studio apartment that's essentially just a converted walk-in closet with a hot plate, and you'll be paying more than what some people in other parts of the country pay for actual, houses. And don't even get me started on the pet rent. It's like your cat has a better credit score and a higher income than you do. Oh, your emotional support hamster? That'll be an extra $200 a month, plus a non-refundable deposit for potential sunflower seed damage. Think navigating the rental market is depressing? Wait until you hear about the unique charms of Seattle architecture. Okay, let's talk about the actual homes themselves. Because if you're picturing your dream home as a spacious, modern marvel of Scandinavian design, you might be in for a rude awakening. Or as we call it in Seattle, a wet awakening. Prepare yourself for a delightful array of architectural choices, from the 1950s Atomic Ranch that's surprisingly affordable because the foundation is slowly sliding into Lake Washington, to the ultra-modern townhouse that's basically just a series of interconnected glass boxes designed to maximize your sense of vulnerability. And let's not forget the classic Seattle bungalow, complete with a charming front porch where you can sit and watch the rain fall while contemplating whether you made a terrible mistake. It's like the city is trying to tell you something. Welcome to Seattle. We hope you like architectural ambiguity and a constant sense of impending dampness. Think the housing architecture is confusing? Wait until you try to decipher the unwritten rules of Seattle dating. Ah, love in the time of rain and tech giants. It's a truly beautiful thing. If your idea of beauty is spending 6 months subtly flirting via LinkedIn endorsements and carefully curated playlist exchanges before finally mustering the courage to ask someone out, only to discover they're focusing on their career right now. Translation: they're working at Amazon and have a stronger emotional connection to their Echo Dot than to any human being. Welcome to the Seattle Freeze, where the only thing colder than the winter weather is the casual indifference of your potential dating pool. But hey, on the bright side, at least you'll have plenty of time to read, or stare out the window, or rearrange your collection of flannel shirts. Think the social scene is a bit of a damp squib? Well, just wait until you see the local wildlife. Let's talk about your neighbours. And I'm not talking about the guy next door who keeps playing Fish at 3 a.m. on his drum kit. I'm talking about the actual genuine furry neighbours. In some neighbourhoods, you'll feel like you're living in a surprisingly upscale version of Zootopia. We've got coyotes who seem to have a deeper appreciation for urban planning than the city council, raccoons who can pick locks better than a professional thief, and squirrels who possess a level of aggression that would make a badger nervous. It's like the city is slowly being reclaimed by nature, one composting bin at a time. So before you leave your artisanal compost on the back porch, remember, you're not just disposing of food waste. You're setting the table for an all-you-can-eat buffet for a family of highly intelligent, slightly judgmental rodents. Think surviving the urban wildlife is a challenge? Wait until you experience the existential crisis known as a Seattle summer. Ah, summer. The season of hope, of promise, of finally putting away your umbrella. For about 2 weeks in August. Because while the rest of the country is basking in the glory of warm temperatures and consistently sunny skies, Seattleites are locked in a perpetual state of summer watch, scanning the horizon for any sign of that mysterious orange ball in the sky. When summer finally arrives, it's a frantic rush to experience as much outdoor activity as humanly possible before the gloom returns. People will be scaling mountains, kayaking on the Sound, and holding rooftop yoga sessions with a desperation that is truly inspiring. And a little bit terrifying. It's like the Hunger Games again, but this time the prize is a fleeting moment of sunshine and the temporary suspension of your seasonally affective disorder. Think managing your expectations for the weather is tough? Just wait until you try navigating the unwritten rules of ordering coffee. This isn't just a beverage, it's a religion. A complex, demanding, highly caffeinated religion with its own rituals, jargon, and a level of microaggression that would impress a high school cafeteria monitor. Don't you dare think about walking into an independent coffee shop and just asking for a coffee. That's like going to France and asking for a bread. You need to know your origin stories, your roast levels, your brewing methods, and whether the barista prefers to be addressed by their given name or by their spirit animal. It's a high-stakes game, my friends, and the prize? Well, a surprisingly good cup of coffee. And a slight existential crisis about your inability to order an espresso without feeling judged. Alright, we've had our fun. Seattle is weird, expensive, rainy, and filled with people who are more passionate about composting than your average political activist. But here's the truth. For all its quirks and challenges, it's also a city that's genuinely special. There's a reason why, despite everything, people keep flocking here. It's a place where you can be a complete and utter nerd about your niche interest, whether that's obscure board games, artisanal pickling, or yes, finding the perfect medium roast Ethiopian yirgachef. It's a city where you're surrounded by staggering natural beauty, even if it is often hidden behind a veil of grey clouds. And yes, it's a place where you can actually make a pretty good life for yourself, provided you're willing to embrace the gloom and have a healthy tolerance for slightly condescending baristas. So should you move to Seattle? Well, that's up to you. Just make sure you bring an umbrella. And maybe a light therapy lamp. Okay, that's enough from me. Now it's your turn. Have you survived the months between Seattle summers? Have you successfully ordered an obscure coffee without feeling judged? Have you engaged in a bidding war for a shack that should have been condemned years ago? Leave your stories, your warnings, and your favourite rainy day activities in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful or at least mildly entertaining while you waited for your next dose of caffeine, make sure to like and subscribe.